she really getting a Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation?
I'm telling you she is. Therefore, make her grave straight. The coroner has sat on her and finds a Christian burial.
How can that be unless she drowned herself in her own self-defense?
That's the word on the street. 'Tis found so.
She committed suicide. It's obvious, don't you think?
Just stop. Listen. Good man, Delver.
No, you let me finish first. The water didn't push her into the river. She pushed herself into the river. She committed suicide. Suicide's a sin.
How is this lawful?
It is the coroner's law. It's what the autopsy states. It's the biometrics of the thing.
More like the only reason she's getting this burial is because she's rich. If this had not been a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out of Christian burial. If I were rich, I could drown myself and get a Christian burial, but I'm just a microbe, poor, so I never could. I would drown myself and just be thrown into any random ground.
Grave digging is the oldest profession. We grave diggers used to be respected. The most oldest jobs used to be respected, like gardeners, grave diggers, ditch diggers. They hold up Adam's profession.
Was he a gentleman, an aristocrat with a coat of arms?
He was the first ever that bore arms.
No way!
Are you even Christian? Adam had to have arms to dig graves. Okay, ready for another question?
Go for it. I'm ready. Go to.
Who builds the strongest thing besides shipbuilders?
The gallows maker. For his structure lives out every tenant. I mean, it did outlive everyone. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha, very funny. Even the church is stronger than that. Guess again.
Who builds stronger than a mason? A shipwright or a carpenter?
That's what I just asked you, so answer it.
I'm thinking, geez, give me a minute.
No, the next time someone asks you that, say a grave digger.
Mary, now I can tell.
Go and get me some alcohol now.
Mess, I cannot tell.
In youth, when I did love, I thought it was very sweet to contract all the time for my behold. Oh, me thought it was a very sweet.
Does this fellow have no feeling of his business? How is this guy singing so happily while he's digging a grave?
Custom has made him a property of easiness.
I guess the only people that can have emotions and be sensitive are those who don't have to work for a living. That person he's burying had a tongue once too. He could sing too. Doesn't he realize that? He could have had a tostelectomy. Hey, how the knave jaws it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone that committed the first murder.
Might be the pate of a politician, which now this ass now overreaches.
It's probably a lord, you know, Lord so-and-so.
Even so, and now my lady worm is chapped and cocked about a mazzard with a sexton's spade. I wouldn't be surprised if he knocked off his jaw like a bowling pin.
He's still throwing them! That one's probably a lawyer. Where are his quiddities now? His quillities, his cases, his tenures, his tricks? He should be suing that gravedigger for assault instead of letting him chuck him across a graveyard.
This fellow might be in time a great buyer of land.
You know what? I'm going to find out whom this is. I will go speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, Sirrah? Makes sense. I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
You're lying outside of it, so it's not yours, so it must be mine.
Yes, you are lying in it. Last time I checked, you were alive and not dead, so you are lying in it.
What man dost thou dig it for?
Not a man.
What woman then?
You?
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman. Sit, but rest. Her soul, she's dead.
Do we have to spell everything out for you? Stop being a smart aleck.
How long have you been a gravedigger? I started it back when old King Hamlet defeated Fortune.
How long is it since?
same day that annoying Hamlet kid was born.
Hamlet kid? Annoying Hamlet kid?
The one who went crazy and got shipped off to England.
Hey, Mary, why was he sent into England?
Because he is crazy. He's supposed to get his sanity back there. But oh well, it doesn't matter if you're crazy in England.
How did he go crazy?
Faith then with losing his wits.
A pound more ground.
Here in Denmark, I would know. I'm the church warden.
How long in one line the earth airy rot?
Well, most of them are decayed before they're buried, but if not 8-ish years, unless you're a leather maker, then a solid 9 years.
Why he more than another?
Because water makes you rot the most, and a leather maker is so leathery that it keeps the water off of him. Here's a skull that has been here for 23 years.
Who is it?
This one random crazy guy. Who did you think it was?
Nay, I know not. Why is he crazy?
He poured a pitcher of wine on me. He thinks since he was York, the king's gesture, that he can do whatever he wanted.
Horatio, I know him. He was a fellow of infinite jest. I feel so sick now. We used to be so close. He was hilarious. He was the polar opposite of biocidal. He used to pull pranks and tell jokes. He would carry me on his back. You're not here to make anyone smile anymore. Doesn't that make you sad? Horatio, I have a question.
What's that, my lord?
Do you think Alexander the Great looked the same?
Yeah, he probably smelled the same too.
How weird to think that even Alexander the Great is doing nothing now. He's just plugging a hole in the ground.
Thinking like that!
No! Think about it! People will probably plug a beer hole with the dirt of Alexander. Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returneth to dust. He used to rule the world, now he's nothing! Everyone goes in the ground eventually and is forgotten.
Shush for a second!
Hold up, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, put a little Horatio in it. Scene end.